Welcome to DeKalb County. I'm blessed to have the CEO of DeKalb County with me, Mr. Michael Thurman, and he would join us to participate in this event today. Today is an event where we take down a home due to a blight task force, which allows us to get orders from judges to demolish properties. So the remarks are as follows. Beautifying DeKalb County and removing blight is one of CEO's Mike Thurman's top priorities. Since elected in January 2017, the CEO has enhanced county blight fighting initiatives to address derelict properties. Under CEO's Thurman's leadership, the county has demolished and abated more than 430 properties in 3 years. 430 properties in 3 years. Specifically in 2017, we had 153, and 2018 was 140, and 2019 it's 140. CEO Thurman has also increased resources such as staffing and allocated additional funding for removal of blight. Specific cleanup initiatives include Operations Clean Sweep and increasing mowing schedules for county roads and right-of-ways. CEO Thurman created the DeKalb County Demolition and Abatement Task Force to ensure that county blight activities were coordinated and expedited between departments. In 2019, including today's activity, the task force has coordinated approximately 140 countywide demolitions and abatements. The task force departments include code enforcement, and they're joined by led by Tim Hardy, sanitation, the law department, GIS, planning and sustainability, and also community development, which I'm the director of. The demolition process is just one tool the county uses to beautify DeKalb County. Now, specifically for this property, which is entitled 5437 Forest East Lane, Stone Mountain, the county is demolishing this single-family home after owners failed to comply with an order to clean up the property. This property is located in unincorporated DeKalb within Districts 5 and District 7. 5437 Forest Lane was cited for numerous code violations, and I'll very briefly go through what they were. The initial citation was initiated on March 3rd, 2017, as a result of efforts reported by neighbors. Structure or property commissions to drug or crime activities, high weed and grass, vacant and unsecured structure, open storage, trash debris, failure to register vacant dwelling, and also disrepair, damage, and inoperable registered vehicles on the property. The county law department took the owners to court on January 14, 2019, and a final order to demolish the property was granted by a Superior Court judge on May 17, 2019. The owners failed to comply with the 30-day provision to demolish the property. The estimated cost of the demolition today is about $15,000. A lien will be placed on the property, and the owner is responsible for the demolition fees, which will be recorded on the property. The estimated value of the property, which is primarily land, is $75,000. So at this juncture, I'd like to turn it over to CEO Michael Thurman to make comments. Mr. CEO.
Good morning. First of all, I want to thank Mr. Allen Mitchell for his leadership, his vision, and dedication in eliminating and reducing blight throughout DeKalb County. Let's give him a round of applause because he's our leader in this effort. And Alan, thank you so much. Mr. Hardy, all of the various departments and others who were already mentioned here. This is a team effort with our police department, as mentioned, code enforcement, the county law department, sanitation, but also the court system. We can't overlook the important role that's played by our solicitor's office as well as the magistrate's court. Our blight team is an interdepartmental, countywide effort to eliminate and abate blight throughout DeKalb County, Georgia. This is a quality of life issue, but it's also a public safety issue. Studies show that blight often creates and ferments crime and other derelict behavior in our communities. Let the word go forth to landowners and landlords that blight will no longer be tolerated in DeKalb County, Georgia. This is another step in the right direction. It's an ongoing effort, and we will constantly be vigilant. We want to say to all taxpayers and landowners who have for years had to really abide and live with blight that we are here to help. that working with these county agencies, working with law enforcement, code enforcement, we will do everything possible to abate, and if not abate, then we will demolish dilapidated structures in DeKalb County. But this is about the community. It's about our citizens. And I'm delighted to have with us a resident of this community. It's a beautiful community. You can look around and see well-kept homes, well-managed lawns, people who've invested their money and their talents into protecting and preserving the quality of life in this community. And I want to compliment the residents who've been doing the right thing. And I see a lady standing here. Let's give all our residents a round of applause. Thank you so much for loving your community and loving DeKalb County. But Mr. Cox is here, and he was not scheduled to speak. But, you know, one of the privileges of being the CEO, you can make executive decisions. So I'm going to make an executive decision, if you will, Mr. Cox, and help us understand the challenge that has been presented by this blighted property and what it might mean to you and your neighbors and your friends to have this blight removed from this beautiful neighborhood.
Thank you, Mr. CEO. I mean, just removing this eyesore from the neighborhood just makes it more safer. You know, I have a 2-year-old, and it's hard to bring outside because of, you know, the eyesore. Don't want her to get over there, you know, don't know what's going on over there. So just getting rid of this makes the neighborhood look more better, and just, you know, just makes it more safer, you know. So I think that DeKalb County you know, making an initiative to just go and just demolish this part, and hopefully, you know, it'll, you know, make it more, you know, more safer. We don't have to worry about who's in there or what's going on in there. So I'd like to thank the CEO, Mr. Michael Thurman, for that too.
All right, thank you, Mr. Judge. Thank you. Once again, thank you so much, Mr. Cox, and thank you all for continuing to support DeKalb County, Georgia, and support these men and women who 365 days a year, not just when we have media events, but out here working hard to keep our county safe and beautiful, and to protect the property values that many people have invested their life resources into accumulating and maintaining. So thank you once again for all that you do. Mr. Cox, thank you for being a great citizen, a great father to your daughter, and being one person that continues to inspire us to continue to do our job on behalf of all the citizens of DeKalb County. Thank you.
At this juncture, we'd like to have comments from a representative from District 5, Commissioner Marita Davis Johnson. Demetrius McCoy is here.
Oh, Demetrius is here.
Good morning, Mr. CEO, and to everyone. We're so proud to be here this morning, and Commissioner Davis Johnson could not be here, so she sent the next best thing. That's me. So I certainly want to offer thanks to our CEO for continuing to push this effort forward, to move DeKalb forward, to clean up DeKalb, and to ensure that we are certainly improving the quality of life. To Alan Mitchell and all of the teams that are involved, I wanted to go down in the record, Mr. CEO, that this is the 13th demolition this year in the 5th District, and we are so proud of that, that we continue to make strides in the 5th. And so on behalf of Commissioner Marita Davis Johnson, thank you for your efforts, and thank you for your efforts in continuing to help us to move DeKalb County and the 5th District forward. Thank you.
At this juncture, we'd like to thank Complete Demolitions, which is the supplier that's providing the demolition activities. Blake Moorhead is here. Blake?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Thank y'all.
And so just, we're going to move forward.
Who's driving the backhoe? What's this gentleman's name?
Ready to go. Johnny.
Let's give Johnny a round of applause. He get ready to go get started.